Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Frederick. My guest today on 10 Questions is Tamara Squibb. Let's jump in. So, what do you do at Drury? And tell me your Drury story.
Well, I count all the money. That's the best part. No, I work in accounts receivable in the business office, and I help kids figure out how to pay their bill, which is really important these days. My Drury story is I came here many years ago. My oldest son's 40, so that'll tell you how many years ago. And I love Drury. Drury was home for many years. I went to school here undergraduate, got my bachelor's in communications, worked for a few years, and then I came back and got my master's in education. And I went into teaching, and I taught here in Springfield for 28 years. And then I retired, and my husband said, well, what do you want to do every day now? Where are you happy? And I said, the happiest I ever was when I got up and went to work at Drury, or went to school at Drury. And I said, I want to go up there and see if they've got something for me. And so I get to come and hang out with kids every day and meet new people, and I'm happy every day.
What a great story. You came home to Drury.
I came home to Drury.
Yeah. When you were little, what did you think you'd be when you grew up?
I really thought I'd be a teacher. I loved my teachers. I loved being an FTA in high school and being a teacher. Got a little sidetracked along the way, but it was where I belonged. I loved kids. I loved making a difference. And just seeing the light go on when they learned something is mostly third grade was where I was, but all elementary. So I loved it.
Do you have a favorite memory of teaching third graders?
Well, I have a memory. My very first day of teaching third graders, here's a lesson: do not give them hard candy. Because I found out that I actually can use the Heimlich maneuver and it will work. Because Forrest was choking and they all yelled at it, Mrs. Squibb, Forrest is choking. And yeah, that was the memory. So there were some good ones along the way.
What's your favorite place here at Drury?
I love the President's Garden because I can see this out my office window. And I love the shade. Sometimes I come out here and read on my lunch hour. Sometimes I just have a silent moment, meditation. Sometimes it's in the chapel, sometimes it's outside here, but this is probably my favorite place.
What's the first concert you ever went to, and what's the next one you want to go to?
Well, the first concert I ever went to was in Frankfurt, Germany, and it was Prince.
Wow.
And the Revolution, and Sheila E. was playing the drums, and I mean, I wanted to be a drummer.
Purple everywhere.
I wanted to be a drummer after that. I never was, but I always wanted to be. But yeah, that was my first concert. My next concert, I hope, is Post Malone, because all the kids love him, and I've just been watching some reels of him, and except for the tattoos on the face, which I don't understand, I love him. He's yes ma'am, yes sir, he's went to country.
That's
Love
great.
him.
Tell me about somebody at Drury who really makes a difference.
Wow, there's so many. There is one person that I think maybe we overlook a lot, and he makes a difference every day, 3 times a day, and that's Jim Fenton. I know he's not necessarily a Drury employee, but he is here from sun up to sundown, feeding our kids, feeding our staff. When we have events, he's over all the food services, and Jim does international dinners, and he gives us tomato plants, and I mean, he just really invests in the staff and the students and cares about his student workers. I just think he makes a difference every day, all day. Living
those Drury values.
He really does.
So if you're stranded on a desert island, what's the food you're going to miss the most?
All of it. If you're on chocolate. If you want to get to my heart, bring me chocolate. That's the key to my heart.
So what's the most surprising thing you think you've learned in all your time at Drury?
I've learned so many things here, but the most exciting, surprising thing I've learned lately is that I'm a hockey fan.
Yes!
Who thought I would be a hockey fan? I love the hockey
It was great
games.
to see you at the game on Friday.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. It's such an exciting sport to go watch in person. And I have 4 kids, and I never had one that played hockey, and so this is a fun to find out. Surprising.
Now you got a bunch of them here.
I've got a bunch of them here.
What's the best piece of advice you ever received?
When I was in graduate school here, there was a teacher named Wanda Gray. We have a school named after her here in Springfield now. She taught children's literature, and she was over the student teachers here at Drury. She came to the classroom and I was struggling with one, and she said, "You may not be able to teach him today, but you can love him. And if you love him today, maybe you can teach him tomorrow." And that stuck with me. Like, I can't hit every kid today, but I can love them all today.
That's
So
great.
just be kind. Be kind.
That's really wonderful. So you can invite anyone, living or dead, to come to Drury to teach a class, to hang out with you, to come to work with you, to be with students. Who are you picking?
It's a toss-up. I really want Elon Musk to come speak, but I want Snoop Dogg to hang out with me in the office. Those are two opposites.
One in the morning and one in the
We
afternoon.
can do it. We can do it. Let's
There's
do
a
it.
day, right?
We could probably get a hold of their people.
So what's the most interesting place you've ever traveled to?
Probably the happiest place I've ever been was Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Our family goes there skiing often. And I've been a lot of places. That's one of the most memorable. But I want to tell you about the kids here at Drury. Every day at my desk, there is somebody comes to my desk from a part of the world I've never been to. And that day, that's the place I learn the most about. Maybe I'll get there someday, maybe I won't. And some of them really touch my heart, and when they go home for Christmas, they bring me back magnets, and I put them on my file cabinet of all the places of kids that I've loved, and they've came in to see me, and I've learned about their country or their state. And to me, that's just some of the best places I go every day.
And that's part of the Drury difference, and that's 10 questions. You did so great.
Thanks.
That's awesome.